Hey there, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Today, we're going to talk about one of my favorite genus of plants, and that, of course, is Scindapsus. Now, a lot of people get them confused with Pothos, which are Epipremnum. They kind of look alike, and oftentimes you'll see some plants mislabeled as Epipremnum or Pothos when indeed they are Scindapsus. Now, these plants are absolutely gorgeous, and we're going to talk about them in depth and how to care for them. But before we do, I was just wondering if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, if that's indeed where you're watching this right now, if you wouldn't mind hitting the subscribe button, would help out a lot. So, my buddy Victor over the plant room in Denver, he is a genius when it comes to all things aroids. Aroids, of course, being plants like Scindapsus and Pothos. So, I asked him a little bit to explain for you guys exactly what are Scindapsus.
So, Pothos, Epipremnum and Scindapsus they're basically like sister plants to each other. They're both aroids. The number one thing that usually kills Scindapsus is overwatering, right? Most people are used to watering a Pothos about once a week, right? It's very, like a classic watering schedule because they do drink a lot of water. But the Scindapsus has a thicker leaf than the Pothos, right? They used to be known as a silver satin Pothos, but they are indeed not a Pothos at all. Scindapsus have a fleshier leaf. There is a higher water content in these leaves than there is in a traditional Epipremnum that has these flat leaves. So Scindapsus, by and large, the care is mostly the same, but they do need to dry out slightly more than your traditional house Pothos, right? So for like this size of pot, for a 6-inch diameter pot, I usually advise people that they water it when it's about 50% dry, up to about 75% dry. They will tell you when they need water. Scindapsus will start to curl downwards in this fashion. They'll sort of start rolling as the soil starts to dry out. So there is an indication that it's ready for water. As it loses turgidness in the leaves, right? Internal water pressure drops as the soil dries out, and the leaves will sort of lose that pressure that keeps them flat, and they'll start to curl downwards. Other than that, it's a super easy plant to take care of. Pretty decent varieties, right? So there are several common ones that you can kind of just find throughout, like shops like mine. So Scindapsus argaeus. There's also Scindapsus, it's a Pictus argaeus. There's also Scindapsus exotica. Those are usually your two most common ones that you see, or sometimes it's called a Scindapsus platinum. But there are a lot of rare species of Scindapsus. Usually they come from Southeast Asia. And those are not things that you usually kind of see around. And there's like, jade satin Scindapsus used to be a little bit more on the uncommon side. Now it's a little bit more common, so you're starting to see that in town. Truly Moonlight became very popular. Then you have Truly Black or Truly Nearly Black. That's still a fairly rare one to get around. And then you start to get into the variegated ones, and then like the ones from Borneo. There are a ton of different ones, but the common ones, it's probably a handful, about 5 that you would see just throughout town. Bright indirect lighting for the most part, depending on, as with everything, depending on the orientation of the building, they can handle some direct sun exposure, but that's on a case-by-case basis. Generically, bright indirect lighting is going to give you the best size and the best coloration on them.
Love Victor. He is so knowledgeable when it comes to plants, especially the rare kind. He has many at the store at the plant room in Denver, so go and check it out. Hey, I appreciate you guys learning a little bit more about Scindapsus, which is my second favorite genus of plants. First, of course, being philodendron. But until next time, guys, I will see you then. And again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so by selecting the subscribe button. Thank you.